Welcome back to another construct video, and today we're looking at the idea of bouncing off enemies' heads. Seen quite a lot in stuff like Super Mario where you bounce off a Goomba's head. It's a really nice mechanic to make it so the player might want to go attack an enemy even though it's a risk. So I've got my enemy here, currently doesn't do anything, but my player clearly can't get up to this platform. I can't double jump, so we need to actually use the head of this enemy to get up there. So let's get that programmed. So in terms of our player just has the platform behavior and nothing else. Our enemy actually has nothing on. We could add a platform behavior and get it moving. What we're going to do is go straight to our event sheet. So currently I've only got this event on here just to restart the level. This is just for demo purposes so I can restart if I die. The first thing we want to do is actually make it so our enemy can kill our player. Because even though we're going to bounce off the enemy's head, there's still the risk that if we hit the enemy from the sides or from the bottom, we still die. Going to add a new event. I'm going to say if player is overlapping another object, and that object is our enemy, then we add action, player, and then we want to destroy the player. And that's our very first simple thing set up. So now no matter where we go, if we touch any enemy, we just die. It doesn't matter if we touch them from the top, the bottom, it's going to kill us. So really simple stuff that you might have done already. Next, we want to make it so we can actually bounce off the head. Now to do this, we're going to add a new event on our player, and we're going to check if overlapping at offset. Now what this does is this takes an object's hitbox. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the enemy's hitbox. I'm going to push the Y up by 10. Now playing around with this, I found if it was any lower than 10, sometimes you'd slip past the hitbox and you could actually die still. 10 is really difficult for our players still to die, but this all depends on your player's full speed and the game's tick speed. But I found 10 was a safe number. So if it's overlapping at the offset of 10, so that brings the whole enemy hitbox up by 10, we want to take our player, set vector Y, and this is going to be set to -1000. And again, the bigger the number, the more jump you're going to get up from this. -1000 is what I found worked pretty well for mine, just playing around with it. You might need to change those numbers to match what you want. So let's try it. So now if I jump on an enemy head, I get a boost up, and I'm on the top platform. You can see I can keep doing this, and if I fall on this one, I can do the same. So really simple stuff. I also recommend actually adding another condition to this and checking this every tick. I sometimes felt that you could fall through or it didn't work the second time, so this is a really nice thing to add. And again, it's all about playing around those numbers. You might want to add a death animation and kill your enemy if this happens. For this, edit animations, start by having an animation for just idle, and then duplicate this, and then we can rename this one to death. And then we can do a couple of things with this. So I'm going to take this frame, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm actually going to get a greeny red, like so, sort of an off color to show that my enemies took some damage. And I'm going to resize it. I'm just going to resize the height, making sure the image is set to stretch and the aspect ratio is off to half the amount, which is about 180, about 125. Let's do that maths again. So this is going to halve it, and then I can duplicate it once more. And then for this one, I'm going to take an even darker sort of browny orange. I'm going to resize it again, and I'm going to go roughly half again, which would be 64, just so my character looks like it's getting squashed. I'm going to take this death animation and change the speed to about 20, like so. Now this ain't doing anything on its own, we need to make sure this is programmed in. So what we're going to do is enemy, start animation, and this is going to be death from the beginning, like so. And then what we're just going to do after is we're going to say enemy on finished, so on the death animation finished. And we could use timings for this, and we could say wait so many seconds to kill them, but doing this makes sure the animation's done completely. So if we change the animation speed, or in fact if we change the game speed logic, this will still work after the animation's done. Then we can take our enemy and we're just going to destroy our enemy. And that's all you need. So again, if we touch our enemy normally, we're going to die. If I jump on its head, it's going to die instead, and we get this quick animation, so you might want to change that to make it a bit longer. And we can use this to get up to the higher platforms and get that extra momentum. Now you can sometimes see that it is possible to die just off the corner, so that's something that can be an issue, so just something to watch out with. If this happens a lot in your game, it's just a case of changing this offset to a slightly bigger number. This means it will check it a lot more times. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Let me know other stuff you want to know about to add to your platform games. Please subscribe, like this video and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.